Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of the Free Exchange of Ideas. Today I have a couple of stories for you, and I'm going to bring you two different views of one story. So the first story I wanted to bring to you is from the military news, and it's Secret Service has ended their White House search for the perpetrator who dropped cocaine in a bathroom without any suspects. I want you to understand something about the White House. There is no place you can go in the White House, the Capitol, or any of the other buildings that doesn't have a camera on it, that cannot tell you who went in the bathroom and when. Any bathroom. Outside of the private residence, any bathroom. There's no way to do it. Now, if Secret Service is saying we don't know who did it, they may have more than one suspect, but they're not saying that in this article. As a matter of fact, I'll read it to you just real quickly, so I'm going to look down. The U.S. Secret Service ended its investigation into the cocaine found at the White House less than 2 weeks after it was first discovered. Two people familiar with the matter told CNN. So this is a report from CNN. Sorry, I didn't say that. The agency was not able to identify a suspect. This is a breaking news story. Please check back for updates. Blah, blah, blah. Agency officials reviewed visitor logs and surveillance footage involving hundreds of people who were in the West Wing around the time the cocaine was found. Was Hunter one of them? Let's see. Adding that investigators were unable to pinpoint the specific time or day the bag of cocaine was left in the White House. Is that really the important part? I don't think it is. According to the second source, officials believe it was left by a visitor who entered the executive mansion for a tour. Of course, that's what they believe, or that's what they want you to believe. I don't know if that's true. And they've given us no reason to believe anything else. No, it's possible it wasn't Hunter's. Maybe he's clean, maybe he's not. I don't think that really plays into it either. But they've been covering for Hunter, Secret Service, CIA, FBI have been covering for him for at least a decade. So there's other issues going on here with trust between these three groups. So I just wanted to give you that, and I will put it in the comment section. I'm sorry. I'll put it in the description section so you can follow this article. That's all there is to this article right now, and this is as of, and it says July 13, 2023. I don't have a time on it, but this is an early part of the article, and I haven't seen any updates on this article yet. So that's one. The other story is about Ray Epps. Now, this is really important because I'm bringing you two different versions of this story. One of them is complete and short, amazingly enough. The other one, very, very long, not so complete. So this is from Newsweek, dated... let's see. I am not finding the date on that. Oh, that's a surprise. I know it's today, though, because this just occurred. So this is from Newsweek, and the headline is, Epps wants jury to decide if government used him to instigate Capitol riot. That's just the headline. The article is all about Ray Epps suing Fox News for defamation, and Tucker Carlson specifically. I'd be really, really surprised. It's a 53-page lawsuit. It's screaming long, stupid long. And they accuse Fox, and specifically Tucker Carlson, in inciting Mr. Epps to incite the riot. They're saying they lied consistently, they lied constantly, Fox News and Tucker Carlson, and Ray Epps bought into the lies. I didn't watch Fox News that often, to be perfectly honest, at that time, because I was trying to get, again, like this, trying to get different views so I could make up my mind which one or where the truth lies, because it always lies in between. There's very rarely one side is completely truthful and the other side is completely false. It almost never happens. Especially when you're talking about CNN and Fox, they both obviously have their viewpoints. CNN is very left, Fox is very right, or was very right. But that all being said, that's a different thing. Sorry, I spotted something that caught my attention. I'm sorry, I have ADHD, and I'm really lucky that squirrels aren't running across the field. At any rate, so this 53-page lawsuit specifically accuses Fox News, and specifically his former nighttime host Tucker Carlson, of sowing doubt in the results of the 2020 presidential election, and in turn making Epps the poorly cast villain, while the cable network was in the throes of another defamation lawsuit involving Dominion voting systems. Now, there's a couple of funny things. The next line in this is really important. Epps has never faced criminal charges in the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. That is factually true. Factually true. It's important that you say that, because it is. There was something else in here I wanted to talk about real quick. In the aftermath of events of January 6th, this is part of the lawsuit. Fox News searched for a scapegoat to blame their Donald Trump, to blame other than Donald Trump or the Republican Party, the lawsuit reads. Eventually, they turned to one of their own, telling a fantastical story in which Ray Epps, who was a Trump supporter that participated here, this is really important, that participated in the protests, not insurrection, on January 6th, was an undercover FBI agent and responsible for the mob that violently broke into the Capitol and interfered with peaceful transition of power for the first time in the country's history. That's not actually true. There was another back in the, I want to say back in the 60s. I'd have to look for certain, but I know there was one other one in recent history. So let's see. They never mention in this article that, although it is mentioned in Ray Epps' lawsuit against Fox, in this article, they never mention that the DOJ is thinking about or is preparing to file charges against him for the insurrection, for instigating the insurrection. And we don't know what charges they're going to file or if they're actually going to file them. They just made that statement in their lawsuit. Now, that's the Newsweek 90, and like I said, I'll put that connection down in the links below. The next one is from Daily Wire. Now, Daily Wire is hard right, we all know that, but their headline, Ray Epps to be criminally charged for events on January 6th, his attorney says. Now, that's not exactly true. It is factually misleading, not actually a lie. An attorney for Ray Epps, a man seen on video wearing a Trump hat during the January 6th riot, I don't know why they keep pointing that out, I'm not sure that is truly important, says that his client has been informed by federal law enforcement officials that they intend to charge him in connection with the events of that day, January 6th. The revelation was made in a lawsuit that Epps filed against Fox News on Wednesday that accused the network and former host Tucker Carlson of defaming him. So he's going after a defamation thing here against Fox News and specifically Tucker Carlson. Epps has been accused of being an undercover federal agent who instigated some of the events of that day. He has strongly denied being a federal agent. He hasn't strongly denied instigating, or at least he hasn't addressed it that I've been able to find. Buried in the lawsuit, buried deep in the lawsuit, Epps' lawyer says DOJ recently informed Epps that it plans to prosecute him. Epps' lawyer blamed Carlson for the potential forthcoming charges. I'm not really sure how you can do that, or do it with a straight face, I should say, because there's like hours of video of Epps, either at the day before saying, we must go in there, we must go into the Capitol, or the day of being way up on the transom, the riser, with a bullhorn, or down in front whispering to somebody else just before they break into the barriers to go into the Capitol. There's less video of the shaman guy with the bullhorn things walking around the Capitol with Capitol Police than there is of Ray Epps instigating. Ray Epps should go to prison without a doubt, in my mind. That is my opinion. Let me just put it that way, because somebody's going to say, well, you're wrong, and well, opinions can be wrong. They're like butts. They all stink. So here you go. At any rate, so I will put this up there as well. I just want to read this real quickly. The 62-year-old Marine veteran, so they're pointing out he was a Marine, he is a veteran, from Arizona, is seen in multiple video clips from January 6th and on the day before trying to whip up other Trump supporters to go into the Capitol, quote, the next day. I'll say it, we need to go into the Capitol. That is a direct quote, Epps says in one clip. At least 4 times on video he says this, and he repeats his call to action to go into the Capitol. FBI Director Christopher Wray, this is going to be good, was grilled by lawmakers on Wednesday on a variety of issues, including Epps. I'm not going to engage here in a discussion about individual people who are or are not going to be prosecuted, Wray responded. He said that about a lot of stuff. I'm not going to discuss that with you. I'm not going to do this with you. I think you pretty much have to, or they can hold you in contempt. They didn't, which is kind of a surprise to me, but that may be the Republicans playing a little bit softer. Now, the interesting thing, and this is the reason I tell you to go to multiple sources to get the actual story, because there's this side, there's this side, there's this side, there's this side, and then there's the truth. The truth is always in the middle, and you have to disseminate all the information that you can get to find the truth. In the comment section below, in both articles, in the Newsweek article, it is hard left. There's almost no right-leaning comments, almost none. On the right side, I have not found a left-leaning comment. It's almost all right-leaning. So, and that's the other thing. When you get into things like this, this is where you get into that bubble. You get into that echo chamber that they call it. You start hearing your own ideas repeated back to you, and therefore reinforcing your belief in your ideas. Don't do that. That's dumb. The people that do that are stupid. And I'll tell you why. Because they want to be blind. They want to believe what they believe, and nothing else can change their mind. I don't do that. I want to make sure that I understand the issue at hand. And in this issue, it's going to be ugly either way. But and on this page, and actually the one thing that both the left and the right agree on is that Epps might be charged, probably won't. Might be charged. He won't do any jail time. He won't do any serious time at all. Be a slap on the wrist, kind of like Hunter Biden and his gun issue. Be a slap on the wrist. And people may be up in arms, but that's as far as it'll go. I believe that. Unless the Congress yanks him and says, you got to talk to us in this room under oath, and we got lots of paper and lots of video to talk to you about. Well, this may be why the DOJ is going to talk to him or going to prosecute him, because they don't want him to talk. And I'm hoping he doesn't end up like a Clinton friend. I don't want to go any further than that. I'm sure you understand the implications. So, those two stories I think are important. Like I said, I will put links to them in the description box below. So if you're liking this content, God, I hope so. There's only 20 of you, to be honest. Well, 20 regulars, which is a big jump up from the 8 that I thought I had. Woohoo! Anyway, if you like this content, please subscribe. Hit the bell icon. Hit all of them. You don't have to watch all of them because some of the early stuff is kind of weak, to be honest, and unfocused. I'll be honest with you. I said a lot. But, again, there you go. On top of that, leave a comment. Hit the like button. That'll push us up in the algorithms, and hopefully we'll be seen by others, and somebody will find something they like in my content. Anyway, y'all have a great day, and remember, even fluffy bunnies have teeth and claws for a reason. Live long, fight hard, win the day. See ya!